So, jetzt geht's auf nach Yusnan. Yay! Da haben wir einiges zu tun. Eigentlich nicht wirklich, aber ne, wir lassen jetzt den restlichen Tag einfach nur ausklingen, indem wir, oh, meine Nase juckt, noch 2 Missionen abschließen. Was dann, glaube ich, auch die letzten sind. Also nicht abschließen, sondern, ach, ihr wisst schon, was ich meine. Die eine abschließen und die andere fortführen. So. Oh, nee. Los, Ruhe jetzt hier. Irgendwo hier war der mit seinem Unternehmen. Da ist er.
Civet musk. Well, now that you mention it, I did use it in my dishes once upon a time. I knew the spice gave my dishes an extra kick, but I had no idea that it was the key to my success or failure. Gordon Gourmet is as good as they say. I can't wait to hear more of his advice.
Huh?
Although it's not gonna be much use. If I can't find more civet musk, my restaurant is done for anyway.
Ist die Mission bei mir irgendwie gebuggt? Ich check's gerade irgendwie nicht. Nach dem Gespräch gehen sie in Richtung der Hauptstraße, um in der Ecke das Felix-Monster zu bekämpfen. Bringen sie Gordon das Civet und anschließend sein Rezept zu... Bringen sie Gordon... Ich muss zu dem Typ... Okay, das erklärt's. Ich muss nach Gordon. Gordon. Du warst irgendwo... Oh, wie komme ich da jetzt? Ich lauf hier runter. Ja, da geht's hoch. Gordon. Schnuckiputz. Wo bist du denn? Da. Ja.
Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. CD's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of CD's for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to CD's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and CD's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of CD's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds, Hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why Gordon won't meet CD's owner. But he still clearly wants to help out. Let's take the civet musk and recipe to CD's.
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish, just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to CDs and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway.
Diese Geräusche, ne?
Wow. This might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
Steak à la Cibé. Weil letztes Wort spricht man ja nicht. Gut, dann gib ihm. So. Running Wild. Eigentlich müsste ich die Schatztruhe auch mal mitnehmen, aber ich habe keine 6 Punkte.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at Cedys insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes. A perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight. A theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Cedys restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Cedys restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes,
Now let's get to it, shall we? Together. We'll make CD a success again!
Toll. Kochmütze halten.
That went well. A microcosm of culinary delight, did he say? That sounds rather tasty to me. Was it as good as he said?
Want me to pick you up some takeout?
You know what I'd prefer over that? If sometime you made me one of your specialty dishes.
I haven't spent much time in kitchens, but if you want something off a campfire grill, maybe I could rustle something up. I was never as good a cook as Sarah, but I have been told that I grill a pretty mean behemoth steak.
Hey, Biggs, take my can. So, anyone here from what's
Was so.
Hey, Lightning! What's up? Comedy is way more fun than death duels.
I finally snagged a drink at the banquet of the Lord.
Ich bin sprachlos. Nun denn. Ich würde gerne noch ein, zwei von den Zyklopen umnieten, damit ich die Punkte zusammenkriege für die Schatzkiste.
If I had the money, I'd buy a bundle and set them all up.
Ist in Ordnung. Da oben waren wir schon. Laufe ich überhaupt in die richtige Richtung? Das ist gerade die große Gretchenfrage. Und ich wollte sowieso zu dem... Naja, eigentlich wollte ich dahin. Aber wir laufen jetzt erst geradeaus zum Palast. Und dann auf dem Rückweg gehen wir dann bei der Halle vorbei. Ich hab's gleich. Ich bin so gut wie da. Nicht mehr lange. Oh, wie süß das ist. Jetzt steht Snow dann nicht. Nachts schiebt er wohl Depris alleine in seinem Palast oder was das ist. So. Tschakka. Ich sollte jetzt aber warten. Oh, da ist er schon.
However it happens, I have to win.
Was sagt ihr denn zu Ayora? Ich tue dem gar nicht schön weh, seht ihr das? Alter Schwede, und erstmal ist geschockt. Ich glaube, der ist geschockt, oder?
I'll bring back lost time.
Die Kämpfe laufen so entspannt. Das war knapp.
Light's life is the greatest treasure.
Ah, jetzt haben wir schon 5 Punkte und 9 hätte ich gerne. Können wir nämlich Teleportation benutzen. Ja gut, gegen dich ist es auch.
What's your most valuable treasure?
Das war jetzt nicht so wild. Hallo. Gegner. Zyklopis. Das war fix. Zyklopis. Butti. Ich will nicht gegen kleine Jungs kämpfen. Das kommt schon.
The fight will be honest. I offer this victory to a dying.
Ja, Opfer du mal. Zyklopen wollen nicht, ey. Ach, das war gemein.
I'll bring back Lock.
Das auch.